Akron Athletics and the Wentz Financial Group present Zips Weekly with John Groce. Contributing sponsors: Hilton Akron Fairlawn, Bryant Heating and Cooling, and Regency Office Furniture. And now your host, Joe Dunn.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a brand new edition of Zips Weekly with head basketball coach John Groce. It's brought to you all season long by Bud Wentz and everybody at the Wentz Financial Group. Well, if you're a University of Akron basketball fan, you are still smiling over that big win against Kent State Friday night. What an historic week it was. It all started up at Buffalo Tuesday night with a big win. Then back Friday night, almost 6,000 fans in the jar to watch the Zips win that one. Right now, Akron is 17-6 overall, 9-1 all alone atop the Mid-American Conference. And Coach, I called it an historic game Friday night. I thought it was. That's the biggest crowd we've had in here in maybe 20-some years. And I know you enjoyed sitting there coaching that one, and the crowd was really big on Friday night. Helped us win it.
It was fantastic. Yeah. And, of course, you're one of our best historians, so I trust you when you tell me about the crowd relative to previous crowds. But, you know, we certainly felt it. As soon as you walked out, you could just feel the electricity in the building. Our fans were unbelievable. The AK Rowdies were great. The other students that came were great. The city really supported the game. I was really happy for our players and the city because I know it's a big deal, big game, and against a great opponent. I mean, I thought going into the game they're really good, obviously very well coached, high-level game, and proud of our guys for the competitive spirit, toughness that they showed. And then I thought our teamism was excellent. Our poise and composure, the way we played for each other, I thought was really, really good.
You've been a player, you've been a coach. What's it like with the adrenaline flowing in a situation like that as a player? They do things maybe they don't think they can do.
Well, that's the challenge, right? Yeah. So you either in those type of environments, sometimes that adrenaline can make you play like Superman and put a cape on, and at other times it can be to your detriment and get you playing out of character.
Right.
So we wanted to find that balance. I thought our guys did a really good job of that, showed great poise and competitive toughness throughout the game. They were able to handle adversity as it came up during the game. Thought our ability to show mental toughness was exhibited at a really high level. Obviously, we were physical as well. You have to be when you play Kent. It's a requirement. And good basketball teams have a way of being physical with great technique. The interesting thing is in watching it, I didn't think we played particularly well in the second half. We just kind of competed and stayed together. I thought our first half was better and made enough plays there, got up 15. They cut it, I believe, Joe, to floor.
They did.
You know, and we weren't real sharp during that period of time in the game, but our guys found a way.
Well, let's go back to Jar Arena. As we said, almost 6,000 people jammed the international TV audience as the Zips take on the Kent State Golden Flashes. Highlights brought to you by Regency Office Furniture. You come right out with a set play, coach, and execute it perfectly.
Yeah, we did. Obviously, we put it in the day of the game, quite frankly. Had never really ran it live, but thought it might be there, and Greg throws a great pass. I think Greg's ability with 8 assists at Buffalo and 4 assists, Joe, on Friday night against Kent to make our team better and play under control on his drives, the way he's really matured in that way, I thought was really critical for our offensive success last week in the 2 games.
It was amazing, Coach. You jump out early. You never trailed in that game. It got to within 4 points, as you mentioned, in the second half, but you never trailed.
No, guys never cracked. Too many veterans. We've got good leadership. They just kind of stayed the course. Never got rattled. I thought our mental toughness and our poise was exceptional.
Got some early three-pointers by Hankerson, Sammy Hunter, Castaneda. All of a sudden, you're up 17-8, and that's got to feel good to get off to a good start.
I thought it was big in the game. You know, I thought we dictated right from the very beginning. You see Tavari getting on the floor for the loose ball. You know, we had several hustle plays like that. Here you see Nate poke it away and get it back after the Johnson turnover. But I just thought we were really tough. We can execute better. That's the exciting thing is I think we can play a lot better than we did in the game. But it was just an old-fashioned, figuratively speaking, fist fight is what it was. And our guys did a great job of going toe-to-toe and swinging and being really poised.
There's Greg Tribble going into the paint with that patented. That's almost like a shot put instead of a shot, but he's patented that.
He's very
thing.
good at it. When
Yeah,
he's
he
on
is.
balance, he's very good at it. Garvin Clark gave us great minutes, Joe. Here you see here one of his 3 buckets that he had during the game. Thought he was really impactful defensively. Came up with some loose balls. There you see him deflect the one to X. Again, just 50-50 balls that we hustled and were able to get. Great screen there by Hunter, and then Castaneda buries the 3 to go up 9.
We're going to talk about Castaneda a little bit later in the program, but he had a great week shooting the 3.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. I mean, he's competitively tough. He's a two-way guy, defends, plays offense. What's really developed for him is he's gotten better at reading situations. He's always been a gifted shooter and scorer. I think over the course of his career with us, this 2-year career, and then here lately, especially in the last month, he's played even with more purpose and understands what we're looking for and what we're trying to get and where we need to go, and is making better decisions with the ball than at any point during his Akron career.
There's Enrique Freeman down on the block using his left hand, and there's Greg Tribble again.
Same shot, right? But going left that time where he's on great balance. You see here he's 2 feet, gets to a spot, goes straight up, and comes right down. That's when he's usually successful on that particular shot. There you see Clark again getting his hand on another ball. Thought he got a lot of deflections, was very active defensively.
Zips are going to take the lead at halftime, 34-29. You can see it right there, Coach. You're up by 5, but the way this series is going, you can't feel too comfortable.
No, I mean, you know they're going to try to make a run. They've got some tough dudes. I mean, they really do, and some good players. And Rob does such a great job, with them. We knew that was going to be a battle, 40-minute battle. We knew that. Great pass by Freeman. How about that one? That was off the dribble with his left hand on a dime. Obviously his impact during the game was tremendous, ability to get to the free throw line. You don't see very often, Joe, a guy score 19 points on 6 shots. I mean, you just don't see that very often. That was how efficient he was, going 10 for 12 from the line and 4 for 6 from the field, and including a 3-point shot. There you see him block that ball there at the rim. That was a big block. He had another block shot on a perimeter 3. Was very impactful protecting the rim, and then obviously rebounding. I mean, he's an elite rebounder, just a terrific rebounder. There's a great pass by Nate. He drives it, gets 3 on the ball, passes it to X, makes a simple, early, easy pass, results in a 3. Nate, great pass there on a trade action, roll replace. Great pass by Nate into Reek for the finish.
Zips continue to pad the lead in the second half. Here we see a fast break. Garvin Clark with a tough shot.
Yeah, great concentration and focus on that finish, Joe.
You got up as many as 15 points after that 3 by Enrique Freeman in the corner. We see Garvin Clark again, but Freeman has wanted to shoot that 3 all season long. Finally got one to go down.
Yeah, well, we've encouraged him to shoot it. He works on it. He's actually a really good shooter. It's just a matter of him seeing one go down in the game. I was glad it did. Great drive again there by Clark. On a rip drive there, good ball movement on that possession. And then you see Castaneda, as I was saying earlier, just so impactful defensively. Does a great job of drawing the charge there.
Zips win the basketball game 67-55. As you said, Coach, they made a run at us, but never really caught us in the second half. And that was composure. I mean, they had a chance to fall.
You knew they were going to make a run. I was telling Jacobs and Carey there as we're leaving. Those guys are competitors, man. They compete. I got a lot of respect for their talent and how competitive they are.
We will see the flashes again on Friday, March 3rd, and maybe again in Cleveland. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out after the season is over. We're going to take a break, come back, and go back and take a look at that big win at Buffalo the past Tuesday night. Yes, there was still snow on the ground at Buffalo. We'll talk about that right after this timeout.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we did not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
Here, let me show you how this works.
it takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithane.com.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Weekly. Last week started with the Tuesday night game at Buffalo. And, Coach, we haven't won a lot of games at Buffalo through the years, and that was a challenge. They're a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, that was something we talked about. You know, obviously, I've always said numerous times I love Keith, and he did an unbelievable job. We've obviously had some success here recently, but we haven't had a lot of success prior to me coming. If you go 2010 to 2022, we'd had like 2 wins at Buffalo in a 12-year period. And so our guys knew that. We kind of talked about that going into the game and how tough a place it is to play. And obviously Buffalo's a really good team and has been really good historically over the last decade in particular. And so we really focused on going in there and playing good basketball. I thought we got off to a great start again, very similar to Kent. I thought that allowed us to kind of dictate the game. Didn't finish as well as we needed to, Joe, with press offense. I thought we coughed it up a little bit too much for having a team that has a bevy of point guards that we basically play 4 guards quite a bit, certainly to close games. But a great opportunity to learn from a win.
Well, let's go back up to Buffalo. The students were back on campus at Buffalo, had a nice crowd up there. And as the coach said, the Zips come out. And at halftime, I thought we played our best half of the year against Buffalo in that first half. We did everything right, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, we did. Like I thought, I totally agree with you. I think it was the best half of basketball that we've played all year, that first half at Buffalo, both D and O. We were really sharp, really clean, took good shots, were great in transition, had a good pace to us. And then defensively, we were active. You see here, TJ get the steal, and X followed up there with the O board and finish. But we were super active on defense. Another steal, another deflection. Just great activity. Did a great job of getting stops and allowing us to get out and get some easy ones.
There's the freshman Tamari Johnson, had a couple steals. You saw him hit the 3, but what a first half by Castaneda. I mean, he shots from everywhere.
Unreal. How about the challenge there by Greg Tribble, like fearless. Look at that block. That's unreal. Great. I used to be able to jump like that once when I was dreaming. But he, Greg's just a winner, man. We've said it over and over again, whether it's his passing or his defense here lately, which I'm obviously, I shouldn't say I'm biased because I think the film shows that, whoever watches it, that Greg Tribble is one of the best defenders in our league. It's not close. He's so versatile there. You see him on cue, getting a steal, deflection. He guards like 1 through 4, and if I want to, honestly, he could probably guard a 5. He's so versatile defensively, so smart. Really adds a special dimension to our team. There you see Castaneda get dirty, come up with the loose ball, jump ball there. I just thought we were really good. Great pass by TJ on the pick and roll to Reek. So we were super sharp. Great dribble handoff there. Great awareness by Greg that he's running alongside a shooter and flips it. And then once again, Freeman was super impactful on the boards. Here you see us getting out in transition again, and there's that same what we call hippo or flip back that he does to Hank there. Great play by Tribble.
Hankerson had some big plays in that first half. As you mentioned, Coach had a steal, a layup. Saw him hit a deep 3, and all of a sudden the Zips are going to go up on this 28-12, and I think the Bulls are stunned a little bit.
Yeah, no, we got after it early. There's another loose ball, another deflection. Clark last week, whether it's at Buffalo or Kent here at home, just got his hands so active, gets his hands on a lot of balls. Big-time shot there by Nate Johnson. I think he's still trying to figure out, Joe, the balance, fitting in while also being aggressive. Yep. Does a good job. There's Enrique Freeman on the Gortat screen and Castaneda laying it in. Enrique, great job inside out. Look at the ball movement. Just so crisp. I mean, it was a terrific first half by our guys.
You see Castaneda with a catch-and-shoot guy, but we've seen him develop that little jab step to free himself up for that 3.
No, he can score. I mean, he can shoot the ball and score. You're not top, I don't know what he is right now, but I would say conservatively, he's number 1 in our league, and he's top 15 in the country, So he can score the ball. There you see Freeman get to that left shoulder hook. And this is what I'm talking about with X. Like, that's just a great decision 2 on the ball, jump hook, finish. Ball movement there. Nate Johnson buries a 3. Quick spin in the post. Just really, really, really sharp on Tuesday night.
Boy, a full assortment of shots. We saw the halftime score. Zips are up 17 at the half at Buffalo, 42-25. As we mentioned, the best half of the season thus far for Akron. But second half, Coach, what do you think about the second 20 minutes?
Well, I thought we got off to a pretty good start in the first, what we call the first war, the first 4-minute media. That's always important when you have a lead. You either give a team more hope or less hope. And I thought we did a pretty good job of that. Now, at the 8-minute mark, Joe, we were up by 21.
Right.
And over the next 4 minutes, the game got to, I believe, 12 or 13.
73-60, I think.
Yeah, so, they shaved it like 8 points in 4 minutes, and it was really due to our sloppiness with the ball, lack of ball placement on drives. Ball got a little sticky. Our press offense wasn't great. I mean, we're one of the best teams in the country taking care of the ball, and as you know, we've talked about it, right, out of the non-conference, one of the adjustments we had to make was getting used to playing with 4 guards a lot. So we have 4 guards out there in press offense that have all played point guard at some point in college or high school or AAU or all of the above, and we're throwing the ball all over the place late in the game. I just thought we were really sloppy, gave them a chance to have some life, but we were able to find a way, obviously, to battle that through that and close it.
Well, when things got tight, we got a couple big three-pointers late. Nate Johnson hit one, Hankerson hit a 3, and all of a sudden we're back up.
Yeah, no question. Made some more plays, right? But, for us, our deal is we just want to continue to play good basketball. The character that we play the game with, how we prepare, those things are important. And that's what our focus is on, as we get ready to move forward here. We've got a great Toledo team, number 1 in the league on offense, top 15 in the nation, Todd's highest rated offensive team, and he's had some great ones during his career. They are a juggernaut on offense. So we've got to get ready to go and play the next one that's in front of us. And I know our guys obviously have tremendous respect for Toledo.
Hope you're making plans to be at the Jar on Tuesday night. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off against a really good Toledo team, as the coach said. We're going to come back and talk about that. Then another nationally televised game down in Athens on Friday night against the Bobcats. That'll be a 7:30 tip-off. We'll talk about those 2 games right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
Okay, time to announce our players of the week. Our player of the week, how about Xavier Castaneda? Coach, I'll let you talk about him. I'll throw out one stat. 12 for 17 for the week in three-pointers.
Yeah, unreal, right? Super efficient. Makes our team better offensively with the pass as well here lately. That's what's really grown for him is his decision-making, in particular in pick and rolls. And then obviously defensively, he does a great job. He's one of the best defenders in the league. We talk about Greg being elite with his versatility, but X also is just a terrific defender. Does a great job. Thought he did a good job in the Buffalo game this past week, and he really did a good job as the primary cover on Sincere Carry.
He's playing about 35 and a half minutes a game, Coach. You don't rest him too much.
Yeah, probably too much. I just feel a lot better when he's out there. There you see him make the shot off the pick and roll that we saw earlier. Just his ability to shoot off the dribble, I think, is what makes him unique. And Joe, a lot of those threes we're talking about, some of them are catch and shoots throughout the year.
Yep.
But a lot of them are off the bounce, and he has a real gift with that. Just real spare is another one. Off the bounce, step back, going right. Just very, very gifted shooter. really and can really score. And then when he does it efficiently and he balances in his playmaking and making guys better, that's when he's really cooking.
He had 32 points at Buffalo on Tuesday night, came back with 24 more on Friday night against Kent State. Plays his best in the best games. Our player of the week, Xavier Castaneda. How about our player on the rise? Boy, it's great to have sophomore guard Garvin Clark back in the rotation, Coach. He does so much for you.
Yeah, he's moving so much better. We're finally able, now he doesn't have to have the brace. I think he feels even better about that in terms of movement. But you're right, we've been talking about him throughout the show, just the number of deflections and steals and his activity defensively and his energy and how hard he plays. And he's, like you can see there, he's just moving so much better and getting more confidence in the knee. After a month off, reminding people, he did basically no basketball for a full month, right in the middle of the season. So there's been an acclimation period, and it was great to see him play what I think was his best game to this point this year in the Kent game on Friday night.
Got 2 steals and 2 assists at Buffalo, then came back against Kent on Friday night. Played 19 minutes, the most he's played in a long, long time, and had 2 more steals and scored 8 points against Kent.
Yeah, no, he was really good, really active defensively in particular.
Exactly. We're going to come back with a scouting report on Toledo and Ohio right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithane.com.
Our weekly scouting report brought to you each week by the Hilton Akron Fairlawn Hotel. How about Tuesday night? Toledo, the Rockets come into town. They're coming off a 25-point win over Central Michigan. They are loaded, Coach. Probably as best personnel as anybody in the league.
There's, no question about it, right? And they're so good offensively. Top 15 in the nation. Highest rated team. We mentioned that earlier in the show. Offensively that Todd has coached. And return a lot of guys. And they've won a lot of games, back-to-back regular season championships. Ray J. Dennis, it really kind of starts with him. He's their engine, a little bit like Castaneda is for us. And then they've got Milner and Shoemate, Moss. Those guys have won a lot of games. Added Dante Maddox, a transfer from Chicago, who we're very familiar with. Really good shooter and scorer. And they're good, really, really good. We'll have our hands full, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, people forget this team won 26 games last year, won the regular season. Of course, the Zips knocked them off up in Cleveland, but Coach, they're 17-6, they're 8-2 in the league. This is another battle for first place, really, in the league.
Yeah,
right now.
It is as of right now, right? I mean, every game you got to take it one at a time. They all count the same. But as of right now, after it certainly affects the standings after Tuesday night, so we'll see. We've got to make sure we're ready to go. We can't control all that, but we can control, I said earlier, our performance, the character in which we play with on the court. Those things are important, and we've got to have great preparation to get ready for Toledo.
Coach, you got about 20 seconds to tell us about that nationally televised game Friday night down in Athens against the Bobcats.
Yeah, it'll be another great challenge. Obviously, here we couldn't guard them.
Yeah.
Fortunately for us, we were really good offensively in the Ohio home game. Our defense is going to have to be a lot better if we expect to win in Athens.
Hope the Zip fans enjoyed last week. 2 more games coming up this week. We'll be back next week to talk about it. For head coach John Groce, I'm Joe Dunn. And always remember, go Zips.
Thanks for watching Zips Weekly with John Groce. Presented by Akron Athletics and the Wentz Financial Group. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Zips.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.